Hello, everyone, and welcome to podcast episode number 17 of Christine's Blessing. Iam.com. And today, I want to share about my experience. Elena and I went to Frolicon this weekend. For those of you who do not know who Elena is, she is my wife. And we went to Frolicon this weekend. It was the first time it was available that we wanted to go. I'll say it like that. So we went, and one of the events that we chose to attend over this whole weekend, I won't get into the whole weekend, that in and of itself is its own podcast. This, though, I want to share about today specifically, particularly given what we are talking about out in the world right now, which is how do we actually have a world that works for everyone, with no one and nothing left out. And normally, whatever conversation is loudest at the time is the one that fits inside of. So we just had our presidential election. So you have Democrat versus Republican, right? Oh, the Republicans feeling like, they're not going to be, their voice isn't heard now because the Senate and everything is now dominated by, or in control of the Democratic Party. So, and then you have black and white conversation, right? George Floyd happened. And there are, people who say, look, this world and how it's built and how it's constructed, systemic racism and things of that nature, gentrification, all of that, this isn't really a place for everyone with no one and nothing left out. And here's our evidence for it. Well, I, not even looking for it, came across more evidence for it. And inside of the fetish/kink community, one of the things that we are big on is consent and communication. And, it's no wonder people who are in relationships that would define themselves under the category of being kink or kinky or fetish given, they have some of the best communication in their relationships. Why? Because it's a must inside of this community. It is a must, right? So we're there. We're at this class. The class that Elena and I chose to attend that day is Dirty Talk. And we didn't really know what to expect. We just knew, hey, we're branching out. Let's actually, this is being offered. Let's go. Let's investigate. Let's learn from the best. So inside of the class, they have this thing called yucking your yum. They say, don't yuck my yum. And basically what that means is if someone likes something, don't yuck it. Don't poo on it. Don't, make them feel shame for liking that. And really why I'm sharing this with you today, and this will be a really short podcast episode, why I'm sharing that with you today is inside of this Dirty Talk lesson, one of the things the instructor said is, out in the kink or fetish community, they'll say, oh, I'm open to everything except for piss and poo, right? And that for some is fine unless you're someone where that's what you're into. So I find it interesting that even inside of a community that is very much so aware of consent, not shaming, being open-minded, being conscientious of pronouns and whatnot, given the people who traffic in these conversations, I was surprised that even here, yes, even inside the kink/fetish community, there is not yet a world that works for everyone with no one and nothing.